Welcome to the Loan Arranger Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, and I am the Loan Arranger here helping families throughout Central Florida, throughout the state of Florida, and throughout the country with purchasing homes, helping them save money when it comes to their financing, understanding what financing is all about and how to get the most out of it. Are adjustable rates back in fashion right now? Should I stick with a fixed rate? Are rates going up? Are rates going down? What is going on with the market and how can you maximize it? You know, I look at this market and it's really funny because there's a lot of changes going on in the market. And, you know, the headlines is that the real estate market is crashing or that there's a giant bubble or, you know, all of this information that gets thrown at you. And you got to wonder, what can I believe and what of it is fake news? So, you know, I always believe in making sure you've got all the facts so that you can make an informed decision as to whether you should get in the market or back out of the market and wait for a little while. So it's funny, I've got some updated data from NAR, which is the National Association of Real Estate Agents, and from our local market right here in Florida. I've got Seminole County sitting right in front of me right now, and we're going to go over some numbers, and we're going to determine exactly what the real deal is when it comes to the market. It's funny, I had a real estate agent I met with on the weekend, last weekend, and it was interesting because she was telling me that, you know, she really had felt like that it was not a good time for people to get into the market. And I said, well, how long have you been sharing that message with people? She says, oh, for the last 3 years. I just don't think it was right because, you know, housing prices were going up crazy and, you know, it was just a nutty market. And I said, so are you telling me that you were discouraging people from buying a home as long as 3 years ago when the market hit its stride where properties were increasing in value faster than we've ever seen them in our lifetime? And she says, yeah. I said, so how did that work out for you in your sales? And how did that work out for the customers that you discouraged from buying? Because I saw 20% increase in housing in 19, 20, and 21. So 20%, okay? In some cases, even more than 20%. So whatever you talk to your client out of doing cost you the commission on the transaction, and it cost the client all that money that they could have made in the market. So, I mean, we got to look at facts, you guys. Fear never does anything. And you know what? Yeah, I hear the old adage, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. You know why? Because the people that are more reactionary and more subjected to the all the media attention, they pull back. They get scared. They hear what their friends are saying and they believe it. And it's just misinformation. You have to get the facts. Now, listen, sometimes it's better to invest in real estate than other times. Sometimes maybe you should sell your properties. Sometimes maybe you should buy more properties. I will tell you that I have made some major mistakes when it came to investing in real estate, and I share those with you guys, okay? So, first of all, my first big mistake I made, I was afraid to buy more properties in 2010. After the recession, I was afraid to buy them. Now, what do you think would have happened to my portfolio of properties if I wouldn't have been afraid to buy in 2010? When everybody else was afraid. We're coming out of a recession. Houses were at an all-time low, 2009 and 10. I mean, come on. I didn't buy. And then I made another mistake because I thought we had hit a high in 2018 and I sold a bunch of properties. What do you think that did? What do you think happened in 19, 20, and 21? We saw the most appreciation ever. So I missed out in 2010 and I missed out in 2018. Now, what if I would have done is bought more properties in 2010 and didn't sell anything in 2018? That would have been smart. 407-706-3313. I'm the Loan Arranger, Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. Been in the mortgage business for 33 big, long years, helping lots of folks out there, helping realtors understand the market, helping my clients seek the right mortgage for their needs, helping first-time home buyers. We're going to talk about hometown heroes. We're going to talk about VA loans. We're going to talk about whether it's the right thing to get into the market. So let's look at some data right now But I want you to make sure that you've always got my phone number available and you know how to reach me. I'm the Loan Arranger. Believe me, I return phone calls. I'm just a local guy here. I'm not the smartest guy in the block. I don't have the Harvard graduate. I don't have a finance degree. I do have a PhD, a public high school diploma. Actually, it's an equivalency to one because I dropped out of school in the 10th grade. But I'm going to tell you something. If I can make it, you can make it. I help people because people that were good to me took me by the hand and said, don't do it like this, Woodburn. Do it like this. Stop behaving like that, Woodburn. Start behaving like this. And you know what? Took me a while, thick head, but I got it through my head. And now I'm in a position where, I'm financially secure. And now my job is to help you become financially secure at no cost. There's no strings attached. You don't come to me and I go, well, you subscribe to my book or join my club or, buy my cassette tapes or my 8-track tapes. None of that happens here. I am here to help you. I'm here to help you if you're a hero. I'm here to help you if you're a renter. I'm here to help you if you're a veteran. I'm here to help you buy your condo on the beach because you've done so well in your business and now it's time for you to enjoy some life. I'm here to help you downsize if you're looking to downsize. I'm here to help you in any of those facets. Refinance, cash out, pay off debt, all of those things. But here's what I don't do. I don't just spew out information. I listen to the customer. I come up with a plan, we come up with a plan, and we take action, okay? And there's the difference in me and most people that I have met out there. They come to me, they're loan officers, they go, Bruce, how come you're so successful? Here's what I do. I take action. Take action. If you're a renter, take action. Stop renting. Stop renting. Okay, we're hearing about rent control. They're really going to be pushing this rent control. I'm going to tell you, if you're a renter out there, it's going to be worse for you, not better. It will look at any statistical data where these cities have gone into rent control and it makes it harder. Because what's going to happen is people will sell out on those properties and then you have to move further out of town and properties become harder to get into rent. Because what I would do if I were having a property in an area that had rent control, I'd just get rid of the tenant. I would wait my time period and then I would adjust my price and I would only do 1 year rent. And you would be out. And then the next year it goes even higher. Why do that? Okay, I got several rental properties. Most of them I could probably get, matter of fact, I guarantee you I can get a lot more rent than what I'm getting. Okay, I guarantee you. And listen, I'm not opposed to that. I want to make sure that everybody has a fair shake. I've gone through some tough times in my life, and I'm here to help people that may be in tough times too. But it's take action. You know what rent control is? Let me tell you the secret sauce to rent control. You know anybody out there right now that's renting, I'm going to tell you the secret sauce to stopping rent control. It's called a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. That's what it is. That's rent control. It never goes up. Okay, your insurance might go up a little bit. Your taxes might go up a little bit. The payment never goes up. Call the Loan Arranger. He will help you. From my heart, my team, I'm going to tell you, my team is the best mortgage team that I've ever seen in the entire business. And I am committed to making sure that I help you and you always have sound advice. No sales pitch here. No sales pitch, just good advice. And I'm here to help you. I'm here to help your children, your grandchildren, all your adult children. I'm here to help you. You can count on me to make sure you've got sound advice. It's my promise. Put me to the test. If you're a real estate agent, don't you want to connect with people that care as much about your clients as you do? Then hire me. That's what I'm here to do. 407-706-3313. Let's talk about some numbers right now. So here's the facts, okay? Housing is dropping in value. Now, let's put it in perspective. Housing, number of sales, I'm looking at Seminole County. It's about the same for Orange County right now. I'm looking at Seminole County. Number of sales dropped from July 2021 to July 22 by 13.11%. From 755 homes to 656 homes. Okay? Now, new listings dropped by 12.65%. July 2021, 972. July 2022, 849. Now, that is good news, not bad news. Okay? Here's why it's good news. Buyers have got another swing at the bat. Now look, let's just face it. You're here. I'm very passionate about helping first-time home buyers, but I'm passionate about helping anybody when it comes to investing and saving and making money in real estate. All of you. But let's talk about the first-time home buyer. Okay, I digress. Who made a ton of money in real estate? Anybody that sold a property in the last 3 years made a ton of money. If you bought 3 years ago, 10 years ago, and you sold, you made so much money. Now, the market did not hurt the move-up buyer because they made money when they sold their house. So the move-up buyer that bought in 2015 and then wanted to buy a bigger and better house in 2020 turned around and made a ton of money. So that person, even though they were caught up in the frenzy of the real estate market where you got to pay me $20,000 over ask price, there's 25 offers on my property, highest and best, that's what you dealt with, but you could afford it. And you got into the market and you still ended up making money because 2 months later, you had already caught up for that overprice you paid for the house. So you made money, right? Now, who didn't get into the game? The first-time home buyer. Okay, here's why. They couldn't waive appraisals that sellers wanted you to do. They couldn't waive home inspections that sellers wanted you to do. Sellers weren't even accepting FHA or VA transactions, which is extremely offensive to me for anybody to reject a veteran. I swear it makes me go postal. It irritates the living crud out of me. And believe me, I have harsher words to say than that. But anybody that does not put a veteran before everybody else, shame on you. Shame on you. That's my message on that. So getting back, I go off on a harangue sometimes. So the first-time home buyer was shoved out of the market. Okay? So they couldn't pay overprice. So now houses keep going up. Now interest rates are up. So it made it a little harder. They've tapered down just a little bit. I'm hearing people go, interest rates are dropping. That's like your gas prices dropped. Yeah, your gas price dropped. They're still $1.50 too much, okay? But you became comfortable with it. So interest rates have dropped a little bit. Yes, they've gotten a little bit more attractive, but they're higher. They're not in the low 4s or 3s anymore. So they're higher, and it makes it more challenging for the first-time home buyer to get in. But here's what happened. Just in the last 3 to 4 weeks, with houses, the number of sales being down and the number of listings being down, what's happened is sellers have gotten more realistic. So housing prices haven't dropped. Let me just put that in perspective. What dropped is the overinflated value that the seller saw everybody else getting that isn't getting anymore. So if you didn't sell last year and get $20,000 over your ask price like everybody was getting, now you might get your ask price. You might even get 97% of your ask price. Now the buyer's got an opportunity to negotiate. I'm getting buyers that are negotiating closing costs on many transactions. I'm seeing buyer's agents who got screwed with the listing agent saying, well, I got a 6% commission, but I'm only going to give the buyer's agent 2 and I'm going to keep 4 for myself. They were greedy. Now the buyer's agent who works hard to find buyers is back in action, and you should demand you get your full 3%. That's my message to you as a buyer's agent. You deserve it. You should get it. Stop getting ripped off by that. Again, the first-time home buyer now has a crack at it. Now, there's other things that are in play right now that I want you to know about. And when we come back, the next break, we're going to talk about how you can get additional money. You got to swing at the bat. We're going to get some closing costs paid for you, but you got another crack at it. And I'm going to show you how to get up to $25,000 in government down payment assistance money, the best down payment assistance program that I've ever seen. And you might just qualify for it. But there is a bonus to that I'm going to share with you. When we come back from the next break, and I want you to save my phone number, 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144, or webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. Stay tuned because I got some great things to share with you. We are back on the air. My name is Bruce Woodburn. They call me the LoanArranger. CrossCountry Mortgage, been in the mortgage business for 33 years, helping families throughout Florida, throughout the country, become homeowners and save money when it comes to getting your mortgage, and always understand how to negotiate a real estate transaction. I'm in the market. I'm still buying properties, and I'm going to tell you what's going on in the market and how you can still take advantage of this. So in the last segment, we talked about that the number of sales were down 13% and the number of new listings are down 12.65%. Now, let's just put this in perspective, because I'm hearing all over the news that, housing prices are dropping. So let's just put this in perspective. Last year, the median sales price of a home in Central Florida was $335,000. Okay, that was a median sales price in July of 2021. In July of 2022, it's $399,000. It's $396,000. Okay, so you tell me that housing prices are dropping. That means it's gone up $61,000 on a median price in 1 year. In 1 year, you've gone up $61,000 on the median price. Okay? Now, you take that is an 18% increase just year over year in housing. So when you tell me it's dropping, here's what's dropping, you guys. What's dropping is the overinflated seller that wanted more than their house was worth and was getting it. Now they're not getting it. So if you tell me that the housing prices are dropping, they're not dropping. They're coming back to what is realistic. But they're still going up in value to the tune of 18.2%. So when you tell me I want to sit on the sidelines because interest rates are higher, I'm just going to tell you what right now. Everybody that's getting a mortgage right now will refinance. You're going to refinance. It's going to happen. But it's not a problem. We're going to wait for them to hit 4.25, maybe even lower, who knows, and then we're going to refinance. So don't be afraid to it. You buy the house, you're married to the house. You're dating the interest rate. We'll get you a better rate. Don't worry about it. But don't miss out on $62,000. And listen, even if that house goes up 5%, you think about this, 5% on a 365 median sales price, which is hard to find, but you can find it. And it only goes up by 5%. You're making $18,250 a year. Now, let's put that in perspective. What if you're renting? You're renting right now. How much are you paying for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment over on Kirkman Avenue, somewhere around town? $2,100. There's your average, which is $25,000 in rent. How much of that rent goes back in your pocket? Pardon me? Zero. Zero money goes back in your pocket. So do I want to make $18,000 if it's only at 5%? $36,000 at 10%? But we're at 18% right now. 18% year to date. That's the real numbers, guys. Don't let anybody convince you that buying real estate isn't the right thing to do. That's what people do that sit on the sidelines and go, yeah, I probably should have rethought that one. Not a good idea. You're right. You call the LoanArranger. I will connect you to a real estate agent that will give you 25% of the buy-side commission back. I will help you if you are a hero. That means veterans, first responders, educators. I will help you with up to $25,000 in Hometown Heroes money. I'm specialized in that. I'm teaching classes all over Florida on Hometown Heroes. Stop sitting on the sidelines. Let's get into a house right now. I will help you. Stay tuned. I'll be back with more of the LoanArranger radio show and show you how you can get your hands on some more government cheese to help you and your family along. Don't go anywhere. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. Welcome back to the LoanArranger radio show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, and I am the LoanArranger here on WDBO, broadcasting from the studios. And I have an amazing guest with me that we're going to talk a little bit about some new construction. I've got Vicente Orellana, right? Orellana.
That's correct.
Well, you got a lot of vowels in there. Right. So I love bringing guests on this show that have something to offer to help the community understand that they have other options. Because here's the thing, you guys, you can go out and find a real estate agent, and that real estate agent can find you a home that you can buy, and you can close on it in 30 days. I can help you with that. Or you can find new construction with a production builder, and that production builder will take 10 months to build your home. You can do that too. That's an option. But some people just want a different option. They want to be able to build something that might be theirs, something that they've designed themselves, maybe a custom or a semi-custom home. Maybe you want to build on your own lot, or you want to find a lot and have somebody build a home for you. These are other options that people are seeking right now. And these are things that we've got to be able to look at to be able to really figure out what it is that you want and how do you get a hold of that. So I talk about this all the time on the show. I've got the best construction perm loans in the market. So most lenders or banks that do construction perm lending do a conventional loan with about 10% to 20% down. They want exemplary credit scores. So I have a conventional product that allows you for as little as 5% down. But that's not all. Some folks maybe you struggle with your debt ratio. Your credit scores aren't super, super great. So I have an FHA product that you can put 3.5% down, and we can do a construction to perm loan, build your own house, buy a lot, combine the lot with the construction, or if you already own the lot, it's all equity. Whatever equity you have is like down payment, 3.5% down FHA loan. Okay. Incredible. But then there's more. And this is where I get passionate, because now I've got the ability to help more veterans. So I have a VA loan, 100% financing to 647. Okay, 100% financing, construction perm VA. First of all, most banks and lenders don't even do VA construction perm. But then I'll do them at 100%, same as I would any other VA loan. Then if you go above that amount, all the way up to $1.5 million, 5% down VA loan construction perm. I mean, it's just over the top, unbelievable. So, Vicente, ultra modern development, is that right? Or homes? Is it ultra modern?
Ultra modern development group.
Ultra modern development group. Okay, so I met Vicente. He's a builder here locally, building all over Florida, for that matter.
Florida, yes, sir.
Yep. So get a little closer to that microphone, because it doesn't take a lot of surrounding sound. So it's always interesting for me to have guests in here on the radio and try to get used to the whole studio atmosphere. But I wanted to. I've only met you recently. I know my company has done business with you in the past. You're out and you've got a segment of the market that I think we were looking at. You had some Poinciana properties that you're building on.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about what you do and the advantage of a client getting a construction to perm loan and building the type of product that you're offering.
First of all, to God be the glory that I'm here. Mr. Bruce, thank you very much for having me here.
You're very welcome.
We really appreciate that. One of the things that I would say that is an advantage, number one advantage, will be that the customer does not have to worry about price gouging.
Okay.
Bidding wars, none of that. Right now, we're coming from, I'll say, an episode where if you had an FHA loan, they weren't even looking at you.
No.
If you had a VA loan, they weren't even looking at you.
What is that's really
pathetic.
That's horrible. It's horrible, but it did happen, and I think anybody that discriminates against a veteran should have to move to a third world country. But that's a different story. So the product, like.
I'm not that person. I'm accepting. I'm welcoming.
Right.
You can have a VA loan. You can have a FHA loan. You don't have to worry about the price gouging. You don't have to worry about in 2 days it went up. No, if I told you the price is the price today and we shook on it, we shook on it.
Okay. So you will look at the client. They can either own the lot, because you'll build on your own lot.
That's correct.
Or you have some lots in some areas that you can build on. Now, will that be a a fully custom home, or is that a semi-custom home where you've got most of the plans, so forth, already
fully engineered and all that? So yes,
and then they can pick a different facade.
That is correct.
Right, maybe a different color roof.
Everything.
You can pick your own floor tile.
I'm working with a client right now that actually does not own their land, right? And they love working with the CrossCountry family. And they actually want to build an octagon style of a home.
Oh, brother.
They're building it, since there's no HOA in that community, they're in love.
I feel bad for the appraiser that's got to have to comp that one out. So, but look, most people aren't looking at octagons. They're not looking at log cabins. They're looking at building something that they can have a little freedom with, that they're not in the cookie cutter. And some of them don't want HOAs. Are some of the communities you're building in non-HOA? And
I would say that the grand majority of the builds that we have right now are not in HOA communities whatsoever.
And are the lots a little bigger? Or
They are.
So here's the thing I found about production builders, because you could go to your D.R. Horton or your Lennar, and you know what? The HOAs are strong, but you can't even push a wheelbarrow between your yard without scraping your knuckles on the neighbor's house, right? So I look at something where maybe I want to park my jet ski or my boat in my side yard. I want to be able to do that.
You should, and you can.
Right? So these are the things that you can offer. And now, first of all, if you would like to reach Vicente and any of his team, he's got a great sales team.
Thank you.
I can help you connect with that. All you have to do is remember my phone number, 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313, or you can text that number and say, just put on builder, and I'll go ahead and make sure that you're connected with the best builder that I've met, that I'm really liking, about really helping the community. Now, give me an idea about price point on these. Where are we looking at that? Because I know you build some luxury, but you also build some affordable family homes.
Right now, our Audrey model, which is our beautiful 1388 under air square footage, total just shy of 1,600. Okay. We're looking at 281,000.
Okay.
Not including the lot.
Under three. So, and then the lots are going to cost you what, 50, 60 grand?
Depending on where we
Depending on where they are.
Because right now, an example, if we're looking at Port Charlotte, we're looking at 15 plus 10, so 25,000 for the lot. So you're definitely under 300,000.
Sure. And then you've got some in Poinciana, which, Poinciana, here's the thing. I always like to give you the full news. Poinciana back in the past was kind of like, the redheaded stepchild. But I'm going to tell you something. Poinciana is kicking butt right now.
It's got two Valencia, the college, the university.
Do they have a Publix? If they have a Publix, they're in the books.
They're going to open up the second Publix.
Okay. I'm just telling you, it was like, I grew up here. So I remember when Claremont was like, like Apopka was like, I'm telling you, Apopka is like great. Claremont, is over the top. Now you go to Groveland, it's going out. Listen, we have room to grow. And that's one of the great things about the state of Florida. We got room to grow, but here's an opportunity for you to say, no, I don't want the production builder. I want the custom, semi-custom home builder.
Absolutely.
I'd like to design my home the way I want it, where I want it. You want somebody that can help you with that. I've got the products. I've got the loan products. Vicente's got the home products. You can design it from zero on up. You can pick the model that you want, and you can pick the tile. You can pick the paint. A lot of these builders, they go, here's your 5 tiles. Pick from one of those 5. Here's your 5 cabinets. Pick from one of those 5 cabinets. You really don't care.
Absolutely.
You've got the availability with tradespeople and with suppliers that you can get the product. Now, let me ask you something. How about supply? I know we had a big issue with supply. How are you dealing with supply right now?
You know what? It goes back to old school business tactics. It's that handshake.
Right.
I'm not going to be shopping around other people. If we're doing business for the last 20 years, I'm going to do business with you. Even if you have to charge me a little bit more, it doesn't matter. I don't have to wait like other people 16 weeks.
Waiting actually costs you more.
Exactly. So somebody out there, we won't say who, 16 weeks for windows, I'm only waiting 4.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So, look, this is just an alternative for you. You don't have to get with the traditional. You don't have to buy in these strict HOAs. You can buy your own lot. We can help you find a lot. We'll connect you with a real estate agent. You just call me at 407-706-3313 or visit my website at webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. We can discuss all of the options. If you're a real estate agent, I'm going to tell you something. You want to meet Vicente because he may be able to help you and your clients because your clients are frustrated with the situation as well. So why not connect with somebody like him that can help your client build on their own lot, or you go out and find them a lot and then we'll combine the whole thing together.
Absolutely.
And we close the whole thing in one shot.
Absolutely.
Right?
Well said.
And we have tons of options for you. So I can help you with your traditional, conventional financing, FHA, VA, and if you want to get into the luxury market and you want to talk about that, I do have jumbo construction perm loans available as well. I can help all of my friends, all of my listeners out there with any of those products. All you have to do is stop what you're doing. Think about this. I'll connect you with all the resources you want. 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. You can check him out. He's got great properties. How many lots do you have available right now that somebody could buy?
I would say 22.
22 lots. And you mentioned Port Charlotte, too.
Yes, Port Charlotte.
Because Port Charlotte's red hot right now.
Absolutely.
Right? So you've picked up some lots down there.
We got 4 down there.
You got 4 down there. I know you're always looking. Matter of fact, if you're a listener right now and you have lots that you'd like to sell, you because that may be something that I can connect Vicente or other sources to that may be interested in buying your lot or maybe even partnering with you to build on a lot and then sell the house.
If I can add something to that.
Sure,
Bruce,
please
that's
do.
A great thing that you said that. Yeah, if we have any listeners at this time that actually own a vacant piece of land that they want to get rid of, they're not planning on building it, then contact Bruce. We'll go ahead and take a look at the property. You don't even have to worry about paying us a commission. You're good.
Yeah.
That's it. No commission.
How about that? How about that? You got a buyer that's willing to waive commissions, not charge a commission, and you could sell them the property. That may be a little bit more money in your pocket. So there's a lot of opportunities here, but I like the idea of custom home. Now, I'm passionate about custom home, and I don't know if Vicente know that, but my dad was a builder. My father-in-law is a builder. My grandfather was a builder and architect. I come from a long lineage of builders. So I understand the challenges that you go through too.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? So and I think that you can eliminate a lot of challenges when it comes to semi-custom versus custom. Because if you're doing ground up design with no plans, then it takes a client a year to figure out what they want. So how many plans can they choose from?
We have a total right now in-house 5 that literally could walk in, boom, 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 we're out. Off to the races.
No re-engineering.
Nothing at all.
Now, if somebody wanted to expand one of those or make
they can do that. Then.
You can do that. It's just that there's going to be some engineering costs.
Build time right now on the ones that they don't want. They like it. They love it. Boom, boom, boom. We're about 171 days post permit.
Okay, yeah. And I won't close until we're permitted because God knows how long the county or the city are going to take for that. Well, I can't thank you enough. We've got just a few more minutes in the next 5 minutes that we can get some more information, find out a little bit more about how you can build on your own lot. And I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loan Arranger Radio Show with Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313, or visit the website and apply online at webringyouhome.com. Stay tuned. I'll be back in 5. Welcome back to the last segment of the Loan Arranger Radio Show. I appreciate you spending your day with me, your morning. I know you got a lot of stuff going on today, but the Loan Arranger is here to thank you, and I appreciate your loyal listening-ship. I'm always committed to making sure that I'm helping you and your families when it comes to home ownership and making sure that you choose the right mortgage and the right mortgage company. I've been in the business for 33 years. I've helped well over 10,000 families achieve home ownership. I can close loans in in all 50 states. So, and if you're a real estate agent, I want you to think about me when it comes to making sure you're connecting your clients with the best mortgage company in the business. I can say that confidently. You can check out my Google reviews, my Yelp reviews, the Zillow reviews. I'm going to tell you something. I'm committed to making sure you get honest, sound advice and return phone calls. Now, for those of you that are listening out there, I was a little disturbed by some news that came out about our federal government is going to be hiring slews of new IRS agents that are designed to help audit. Now, listen, I'm all about being above board. All about being above board. But here's the thing with the IRS audits, and I want you to listen to this if you're self-employed or 1099, because you're the people they're going after. Your federal government is going to go after you. They think that the middle businessman is cheating the government. They want you to believe that they're going after the rich, but they're not going after the rich. They're going after you. So they're going to take these IRS agents, and if you're self-employed and you're writing off, and I see you self-employed people all the time. You call me about my bank statement program. You're calling me about all kinds of things that you make good money, you have good credit, you have money in the bank, but when I look at your tax returns, it's pathetic. You don't show any money. You're writing everything off. And you know I've got the programs for you guys. I have that. But I'm going to tell you something, whether I've got the program or not, they're going after you. And listen to this. If they audit you, do you know that they could seize you from getting a mortgage for 3 years? Seize you from getting a mortgage for 3 years. And that isn't, innocent until proven guilty. If you're in an audit, they can close you down. This is your government at work for you, the ones you voted in that are doing this to you. And I think it's pathetic. I think that America was built on the self-employed middleman or a middle worker, the average person that's working hard, trying to run a business, and now you got the IRS up your butt on this stuff. So you need to be aware of that. If you're self-employed, I'm going to tell you something. Come to me. Let's get this self-employed business fixed. Make sure you're showing the proper amount on your taxes so that you don't have a problem getting a mortgage. Because once you're audited and they're coming after you, I think they're hiring, some 45,000 people to be able to audit all of you out there that are self-employed. It's not going to be a pretty picture, and I think it's a witch hunt, and I think that it is not good for our country. I think they should be going after the people that are cheating the government on welfare and Social Security. That's one I think is a bigger offense, and that's what I'm passionate about helping. But it is what it is, guys. You got to really think carefully about the news that you're receiving and what the media is feeding you, because it's a bunch of bull crap. And I'm going to tell you something. Don't believe everything you hear on the news, because there is an agenda behind most of it. And most of it is not to help you. It's to help them and get more voters. So that's my message. That's my political message. If you have a problem with that, then get your own radio show and you can talk about whatever you want. If you like what you're hearing, then you call me up and I will partner with you and I will help you. 407-706-3313. God bless each and every one of you. Thanks for taking time out of your day. If you are a hero, call me about my Hometown Heroes program. I can get you up to $25,000 in government cheese. It's great stuff. It's the best DPA program I've ever seen. If you are a first responder, if you're an educator, if you are a nurse, practitioner, you call me. I got the program. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. If you're concerned about rent control, I have the answer to you. Here's your answer. 30-year fixed rate mortgage. That's your answer to rent control. I will help you with that. 407-706-3313. And thank you, Vicente, for coming on the air with me and sharing your story about how you're helping people with new construction.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you for having me.
Have a great weekend.